NCRP Productions presents Shadowrun, Sunday in the Shadows, Season 2, Episode 2.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Sunday in the Shadows. Today we're playing Shadowrun 6th Edition. My name's David, I'm your Game Master. We're going to go around the table real quick and introduce our players and characters, starting with Nomad.
Hi, this is Josh. I am playing Nomad. He is a Elven Covert Ops Specialist.
Hey everyone, this is Barry. I am running MF, the Dwarf, Adept.
Hey everybody, it's Hot Hands, your favorite Hermetic Mage, played by Pedro. Hey guys.
Hi, it's Sequoia, and I'm running Jelly, the face character for the group.
Alright. So, when we last left off, you guys had just finished astrally projecting, Hot Hands had just finished astrally projecting to the facility that you guys are en route to. I did kind of a cursory, quick, high-level kind of search of the compound. Didn't see much, and you guys are currently about you're outside of the gated property of the facility.
You have us across the bridge?
Yes, you hadn't entered. Yeah, you guys had not approached. I remember you guys specifically had said, "Hey, once we're about a half hour away, because with the speed of Hot Hands projection." He can basically move at the speed of thought. It's like 5 kilometers per second or something. So, you're like, let me just blast over real quick. You saw a few things. Difficult to make out in the astral plane, details and things like that. But, you've got a good idea of what the layout is. And didn't see anything alarming at the moment while you were there. So you've just now come back to your body, relayed what you witnessed, and that's where we start.
Well, that's what I witnessed.
And that's the rest of the story. That's all I have to say about that.
We can move in now if you so choose, Jelly. It looks like it's unmanned in that building, although I did not check the other ones.
What about the turrets? Were they active? Were they moving?
They were moving. Those should be easy to be picked off from far away.
And additionally, generally, facilities like this are going to have a main power source where all of the mechanics come from, like a security system or something along those lines.
We do not have anyone to break this. Is maybe LT?
I mean, we got brute force, I guess I'll say.
No, can't do.
Can't do.
If take down power, we no get anything out of computers.
Okay, all right. We'll come back to that one. Let's plan C or D. So
he's LT. Yell down the front of the truck.
Right. He's right there. He hears you. Oh, he turns and looks. Yeah.
I'm sorry. His dwarf is small.
He looks at you.
Who's talking, bud?
You know you're a dwarf.
dwarf on dwarf violence.
So I have a question. Are you? Can you break into systems? Security rig? Yes.
That's a negative. Do I look like a security?
I do not know.
A company man.
I do not know what one looks like, but would be helpful. Is possible you learn?
That's a negative.
Okay.
I'm here to do one thing, and that is to rid us of the danger of the Charlie element in the area.
And you're doing a bang-up job of that, LT.
I wish to point out if took out system would get rid of Charlie's.
What system are we talking about?
Is
Talking
system
about a chemical agent, a biological agent?
Is security agent is maybe how you say mechanical agent.
There are set up heavy turrets that need to be taken out. Do you think you could go on a covert mission so that we can bypass this trap that those folk you're fighting have set up?
Jelly's gonna just stick a gold star on the high.
Seek a destroy mission?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Low chance of success?
I think you're the man for the job.
We're just gonna send the man along to...
Wait. Via power, net. Via net. Goes through mind, not bombs.
You mean Vietnamese, not Vietnam.
No, how you say? Someone help. You understand what I say, yes?
The Matrix.
I think
Yes.
this is a little more fun to watch than it is to stop, though.
Weektur. I'm not quite sure I'm catching you, brother.
So you to drive truck.
Yes, that I can do.
You stick brain in truck. Yes.
No, that's not how it works. All right. I interface with the vehicle, and no, my brain stays here.
No, this is
my
verb.
brain pan.
This is verb. So interface with security. It's stop turrets.
I don't think anybody here has the electronic warfare skills necessary to do that, so we might have to do this the hard way.
Perhaps we can acquire the equipment and somehow. I like the idea of the turrets. Maybe we can mount them to the vehicle to give a little added punch.
Oh God!
For the record,
Do we have a clear line of sight to the turrets from the
Not
bridge?
yet. Not if we're here.
Are they recessed? Do they pop up?
No, they were above ground.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
above. They were outside the door.
So was there any
gates.
angles we could just put some long range damage into these things?
I do believe so, especially with that nice sniper rifle you got.
I think it could outrange the turrets. I'm not sure, but it should be able to.
I guess there's one way to find out.
Well, now, I hate to bring you guys up to speed on current events, but I do have this little frog sticker here just in case of occasions just like these, right? As he looks down at the red button that is connected to the rocket launcher that's been mounted to the front fender of the truck that you guys have kind of attached.
I don't believe we need those just yet. We might want to save those in case we need some ordnance.
many rockets
Maybe we save to
actually-
get out.
How many rockets do we have?
We get on CC Island. We are stuck. We go down peninsula. We need way out. I think rockets is good choice. But
I concur.
How many how many munitions do we have?
There were 6 rockets, and I know you guys fired one of them. I think.
that's right, the hotel.
Yeah, the hotel. So there are 5 rockets.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, so what I'm hearing from this collective little group think is that we're going to approach. Nomad is going to attempt to dismantle the turrets from afar. Once we're in, if need be, we'll blow our way back out.
may I ask, possibly we have you, Nomad. You go in on bike. You make circuit. Hot hands. If I understand astrally is you know see too good mechanical stuff above ground. You know see as well.
I don't get a very clear view. I could tell that it was mechanical, but I don't know the details.
So, Nomad, you take quick surveillance.
Yeah, we can start with gathering info. Not a bad idea.
If you wish for me to go, I can turn invisible and help in that.
Astral?
No, I mean magically invisible.
Yeah.
Oh,
did you guys not know that?
that would have been useful to mention.
I did.
Oh,
Can you do for us?
Is it improved?
Change
Like, is it
everything
the
if you
point
can do
where
for
it
us.
pulls electronics as well as people?
If you have improved invisibility,
If it's
it also
improved-
fools the sensors.
I specifically took the improved one
If
for
you
that
send me
reason.
in just invisible and I get shot up, I will.
Is that only invisible if no one's looking?
Somebody find out if
Everyone
the
close your eyes.
You're invisible now. I don't look invisible.
Are you sure? Stop. It's not working. It's not working.
Okay, yes, that sounds like a great plan then.
So you can do to others, not just self.
I do believe so. Yes.
How many?
How long?
Well, let me.
Is that two?
It's a sustained spell, so as long as you can concentrate on it, you can. And I believe in the spell description it says how many people can actually cover. I think it's per hit. I think you get an additional recipient, but you'd have to look up the.
I'll go ahead and I'll look
Okay.
into it while we decide.
All right.
But yeah, I could go with Nomad.
Now you also know with sustained spells, you need to maintain line of sight in order to maintain the spell. So if he goes out of line, if he breaks the line of sight, meaning Nomad, then he's going to become visible, and all of a sudden, yeah, it could be an issue.
Here's what
I was thinking initially you ride bike, yes? Just
Yeah.
do circuit now while Hot Hands looks in magic book. spellbook? What are you looking at?
Well, it's actually a moleskin book. It's where I write down a lot of my magical formulae.
It's a Necronomicon.
Moleskin. It's something
well,
rat?
That's the brand.
Dirt rat?
That's the brand name. I don't know if it's actual genuine moleskin. It was on sale.
Used for blisters.
It seems as ridiculous as, say, mink trench coat.
Yes, that would be ridiculous to use. Wouldn't be practical. That's a callback to something else. If anybody listens to our
that's
other
an
stuff,
Easter egg is what that is.
That's an Easter egg. All right.
It's not an Easter egg if you point it out, though, Pedro.
No.
It's a broken open Easter egg. The rabbit didn't hide it well.
Okay, so...
So is Nomad going?
Well, so I guess... Are we wanting Nomad to be invisible as he makes his initial circuit?
I'm assuming that he's going to make an initial run where he is just him.
Okay.
Yeah. But you could be invisible if, like, Hot Hands was on the back of the bike.
Is there room for two?
Then you could yes, because he has to maintain line of sight.
Actually, that's fine with me. 2 eyes would be better.
I know that.
I love the idea. Is someone remote controlling a bike?
That's not
that
shit up.
uncommon in 2070.
I know, but like, oh, okay, good. We can just blow up that bike. No one will get hurt.
I think that if you're seen on the motorcycle, it defeats the whole purpose. I don't think that an unmanned vehicle...
Right, I don't think it's going to help us.
It feels unnecessary. I feel like we should save the magic mojo for when we're all together.
Right, if you're on the bike just driving by, I mean, it's not... If you're driving...
It's on the side of the freeway, right? You're like, there's the science facility.
Right, but the idea is, as far as I remember, for MF, he can drive down to the gate and turn around and drive away, and in the process take in the stuff as he's driving.
Do some physical recon.
The gate, the gate of the property, right? Where the main checkpoint was.
Yeah.
It's probably a good 1/8 of a mile from the first building.
Okay.
So there's an approach where you go through the checkpoint and then drive up the road. So that for security reasons, there's.
So I would think maybe you go to checkpoint if there's no one to say, you maybe go through.
So what I'm
Otherwise,
thinking...
you go to checkpoint, you turn around.
Yeah. There's no elevated places to get a look of what's past the checkpoint.
There is. There's vistas and stuff around that lake you could get up to.
Yeah, it'd be a long,
In this world, was it also a tourist location, or was it exclusively this medical lab?
No. The way that Dave and I thought, at least as far as I knew, Evo bought it. Well, actually, Yamatetsu bought it first.
And they acquired the property. It was a previous wildlife preserve
and country club.
And country club. Yeah, and they purchased it.
So if it's a golf course, then there's definitely higher advantages that you could get to see it.
Well, it's a country club, right? And while they're on the property, there were a multiple hole golf course, but it doesn't necessarily mean their hills were a good vantage point. You can get up to high ground if you wanted to, but you're talking about needing some kind of long-range imagery to really get detailed.
Block sight.
There's a lot of trees here.
And I want to remind everyone, because it has been a week, the blight. We're assuming no one's there. Mm-hmm. That would be another reason to drive to the front.
Yeah, I was pretty sure we just didn't see anybody, but it goes underground as well, right?
Yeah.
I'm not not suggesting you drive the bike under the ground.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
let's just.
Well, I know that when Hot Hands projected, he didn't go into the housing facility, and he didn't go into the garage.
Nope. You want me to go check those real quick?
No, I think what we're doing from here is Nomad's gonna go do his.
See if we can get through. Is it all locked up? Is it something we can break into? Is it armed?
Can you take out the turrets from where you end up?
Or can we avoid them entirely?
You're assuming that they're armed. So once you saw Hot Hands, when you projected that the turrets cover some type of frontal firing arc that covers the front approach to the facility.
Okay.
And after looking at my notes, it looks like I just need to give you a pat on the shoulder. I could turn you invisible, and depending on how well I'm able to pull that mana, makes you more difficult. So I don't need to actually keep line of sight. You just get it until someone kind of notices you.
Okay, so we'll definitely.
That's what it looks like.
You can do to only one? Or?
No, it looks like I can do to as many as I stay awake from.
Okay. So I have a hardware toolkit. Like if I can get close, maybe I could just rip into them and disable them.
Yeah, I feel like we have a game plan.
My invisibility would make a better chance they wouldn't notice you.
Cool.
So
Sounds like a
maybe
plan.
we unpack bike from truck and maybe you go.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at this point.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
What does this say under sustaining spells?
So we're a half hour away from it. I think we need to be closer.
At this point, I say we pull up to we cross the bridge.
Yeah, we can get within safe distance.
Yeah.
I'll look it up, Dave.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, our move from here is to get closer to the facility,
Yep.
and then Nomad's gonna scout ahead.
Basically, the way I've understood the lake layout, where we would be at the northern edge of the lake, but not the northern edge of the peninsula that the facility is on.
This feels like a math problem.
No, not at all.
What's the range of the spell? Is it touch?
Yeah, it's touch.
Okay, cool. So it's not LOS. So yeah. So with touch, it lasts as long as you sustain it.
Okay, cool. I think we have
So
a game
OP'd
I know, he's over here like, I'm gonna be invisible?
to everything.
I can make that happen.
Just wait
It's like,
till-
I'm like, well, I can sneak up, and he's like, oh, just walk straight up
yeah,
there.
just walk up there. Whatever.
Don't bother.
What's with the rigmarole?
Maybe you don't like trip into a mud pile or something.
Hey,
Just
guys,
trust me
watch
when
this.
I say, these things aren't going to pick you up because you've never been invisible before, right?
Right.
So you're like, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm
All right, so let me go ahead and give you a
still
little
sticking to the shadows.
pat on
I
the
don't-
shoulder.
I-
You
so-
don't trust it?
So
I trust it, but
So before you go invisible, we don't see you. You go to checkpoint. You see if anyone is there. If no one is there, you go farther in. And you just stay out of turret range. Yes.
could we test the turret somehow?
Sure, you go there and become.
Did you have a
visible.
drone?
I didn't. I wanted to get one, but I didn't because we didn't really have a lot of. I was thinking how awesome that would be, but
I mean, we could.
Facility has drones. I think it's still there. It's facility has drones. Facility used to have drones. I don't know if it's still there.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. You feel free to say no. We could just tell the girl her friends are up there and see what the turrets do.
Oh, and send up. I like.
To do what now?
To send Natasha up the road.
Oh, just send her walking. You're like, okay, we're gonna
How
have
are
you
you feeling?
walk up.
Yeah, no, raise a show of hands.
I'm
say yes.
against that. That seems
Wait,
a little.
wait. She never see coming.
Nomad.
That seems a little in poor taste, but I mean.
I can't believe we're actually discussing this, you guys.
We're gonna send her in. You're like,
It
okay.
was a spitball. It was a
Right.
spitball.
So unless you guys want me to use
That
one
didn't work out the way we wanted it to.
do I need to use 2 edge points to boost up a die 1 point, or is it just 1?
2 to boost die a point, 3 to get a guaranteed
Ah.
success.
Well, if you guys want me to get 4, I would need 2 edge points. Otherwise, I got 3 for the invisibility.
I think
And
3 is pretty
and
good.
the hits are that. Is that the?
It's
That's the target
difficulty.
number for an observer.
That's the threshold.
Is
Right?
it
Yes,
the
it's the
threshold?
threshold.
Yeah, I say
Threshold.
3 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So then,
Because then he's got him in case something bad happens. He's got to get out.
So then, while you guys are like
Run!
talking about this, I'll just come over and say, "All right, no man, go get him," and I'll pat you on the back, and all of a sudden, just whomp, he's just gone.
Okay.
What does it feel like?
So if I understand it right with the
Same.
invisibility, so you've got 3 hits on your spell casting test, and that is my threshold with my sensors to pick him up.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're going with 3, right?
Yeah.
And he is invisible to sight and to yeah, and sensors have difficulties him too.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, how heavily armored were these things?
That's not. I wasn't able to really see that detail. Sorry.
You saw that they were moving. They were panning left to right.
They were moving.
We just know they're active. Okay. Cool.
Okay,
All right,
so
well,
I was looking again at the map, just so you got it. So I was looking at the map. We were on the other side of the bridge. This is not even close to drawn to accurate. The
Okay.
bridge is way the heck up. So he's going to basically cross the bridge and still continue 30 minutes down towards the country club, which is now a facility.
Okay.
So I
Right.
kind of get a little woozy and sit down after that.
Oh,
Took a few points of sun. Oof,
so much power.
that
Must rest.
took a little out of me. Use it
All right.
well.
So I'll unload the bike and hop on.
So because you're sustaining a spell, obviously that takes a toll on you casting other spells. So you just got to let me know at any point when you decide to drop that spell.
Right when he gets in front of the turret.
See how well it works.
This is a test, Jelly.
This is the bridge where we were stopped. This is where we actually start to go on the peninsula. So I mean, it's quite a bit farther than on the initial map I kind of drew.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you guys, the rest of you, staying here while Nomad goes ahead on his motorcycle?
I think Nomad was narrating what he was doing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I unload the bike and hop on.
When you say unload the bike,
from the back of the truck.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. Or the trailer. It was in the trailer.
Unpack.
Yeah.
It's like Daryl from The Walking Dead, like, coming out of the back of the. Very cool.
It's a briefcase bike. So,
it's all made out of quick release plastic pins.
Has anybody got any demolitions or any,
we got rockets.
C4 just in case? If we have to use the rockets, then we're going to be allowed already. But
maybe
look at LT. LT's down low.
Maybe LT. CC was demolitions.
Wait. I want to go look at her bunk, see if she left any ordnance. I'll go. If anybody, I could see CC like sleeping with a grenade under her pillow or something.
Yeah. I'm going to say that you do a cursory search of where she used to bunk, and you do find there is a HE grenade in there.
I'll say, I knew it, and I'll come over and say, this was from our good friend.
Has sentimental value, so use sparingly, use wisely.
Use it wisely.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so I'll head out.
It's funny, you could make
quiet.
like Monty Python's holy hand grenade.
Like when you hand it to me, does it just vanish when you?
It's like,
oh yeah, it would. I guess I'm the only one that kind of really sees where you're at, so I just kind of hand it and it disappears.
You're like, hate to be the cause of alarm, but why is that gentleman clapping 2 grenades
So
together?
then does the bike turn invisible because he's touching it? If his clothes are invisible.
So it's just a bike.
Again, that's what we were saying, is don't invisible him now. Let him go
It's like
in.
anything on me, and since the grenade is being worn, technically.
Well, when you stop, the briefcase bike will...
The bike appears.
So it is invisible if he's on it. Is that what we're
No,
no.
if it's on me.
Yeah.
It's invisible
literally
if it's on
him.
So
Like
he'd
when
have
we're
to
talking
carry
small
it.
stuff.
So
You have to carry it
so then,
Yeah,
so
that
understand
sounds
the
funny.
visibility. You need to also cast some visibility on the bike.
on the bike. Yeah.
That defeats the purpose, but he can go 6 miles carrying the bike.
I mean, it's a pretty low key bike. I mean,
I'm imagining you can go
It's-
in, get off the bike, or
Yes.
if you want, I can invisible the bike.
no,
I suppose.
it's designed to be really quiet and
You see this bike on camera going? There's nobody on it.
yeah, no, we'll
Way
hop
to
off
think
the
of
bike,
it.
a good safe distance out and sneak up to the checkpoint.
I like the
That'll be the
idea of the
plan.
bike just rolling all up to the gate by itself.
Let me in.
That's the bike talking.
It's Knight Rider design.
Oh god, we're never gonna get in here, are we?
Oh, it's great.
Knight Raider .38 or something.
So I'll quietly speed off from the group headed towards the peninsula.
Right. So
Yeah.
at some point the road is going to basically there's only it directs you. It's a small tertiary road that's going to lead to a gate, which I said is 1/8 of a mile away from the facility proper, meaning the grounds where you've got your housing facility, your motor pool, and your lab. And the approach as you come up to the gate, is a 2-lane narrow unpaved road.
Is there foliage or trees, bushes on the side?
There are.
All right.
There are, but it gets more sparse as the closer you get.
And it's all blighted, right?
Yes.
So I'll head like halfway up, or what would otherwise be a pretty safe distance to stash the bike in the bushes somewhere.
What do you assume to be a safe distance?
Well, I mean, to where with my cyber eye, I could not necessarily see what's going on inside that guard post. So I mean, it'd probably be, I don't know,
Eighth
the
of a
extreme
mile.
range.
Quarter mile.
Oh, it's going to be a lot more than that.
Yeah.
How
With
far
his
is the
cyber eye,
total
I'm
distance?
thinking if it's flat enough, it's going to be at least a mile. That's what I'm like.
Yeah, it's gonna from here. You walk from here probably is what you want to do. You probably don't need the bike. You just basically walk.
So
from here.
that's
Okay.
that's fine.
All right. So you put the bike
We're not
back.
in a.
Okay.
We'll put
Well,
the
I mean-
bike back for you if you want.
How far back are you guys? From this peninsula? Like, how far did I need to ride to get to here?
So it's 30 minutes
Like, I thought we were
from
30
the
minutes
checkpoint
away. Okay.
to get to the thing.
No. All right. So
This map is
Yeah.
where
screwy
we
as hell.
stopped,
I'm
where
struggling.
we stopped was about 30 minutes away from the facility, over the bridge and back up a ways.
Right.
Okay.
We are still there as far as I know, so it's a long ride for
Yeah,
the
a
flight.
30-minute drive, assuming that you're going how many miles per hour?
45 to 50.
Right.
Probably.
So if you're
Yeah.
doing so
Nomad
you're like
goes
20
80.
miles away, right? So
Right.
Probably
So
don't
he's
wanna
gonna
walk.
he's gonna ride the bike there.
So you're gonna ride a bike to about what, a
We
mile
don't
out?
Yeah.
see him at all.
Okay. So you ride. So you successfully ride the motorcycle up to about a mile away. You can stash it, off the road
Yep.
easily enough.
Cool. All right. So I'll kind of stay off the main path, even though I'm invisible, but just kind of stay along the side of the road anyway, and just work my way up there.
Okay.
So is the blight, as he's seeing it, is the blight just nothing, or all the weeds and stuff are there? They're just
They're just
black
shitty.
and dark and shriveled.
They're black and dark and shriveled.
So does he see, as he walks down the gravel road, nothing, and then notice that as he starts stepping on the carpet of dying weeds, that they're crushing down everywhere he's stepping?
Yes. So as you get off and go off the road, as you go through the vegetation, they crumble and deteriorate under your step.
Okay. Well, that doesn't sound too
That's
bad.
kind of what I was trying to lead you to.
Yeah.
You step away, you're like, that doesn't look safe.
Okay. Yeah. My training would indicate not to step on this.
Maybe go back on the gravel road where
Obvious
they can't
trail.
see you.
Bike hidden here.
Crumbly gravel or crumbly grass.
Yeah. No. Whatever's the quietest, I'll take that approach.
Okay.
Kind of get close enough to do some visual
Okay.
recon. I also have cyber ear.
You have vision magnification.
Yes.
Okay.
And vision enhancement. Yeah.
Vision enhancement, and what augmentation do you have there?
Cyber eyes 3 and cyber ear, or cyber eyes 3, cyber ears 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you find a vantage point where you can see up ahead, about a quarter mile away. You've got a clear shot of the checkpoint. The checkpoint consists of a small little shack. Looks like it would probably, could probably hold, 2 or 3 people fairly comfortably for a duration of time, meaning hours. And there is a chain link fence that is erected around, creating a perimeter, and it looks like the gate maybe slides to the left or the right. It's on a track of some kind. But other than that, it's chain link with razor wire on the top.
So I'll radio back. Boss, we got an empty guard station here and chain link fence, pretty easy to get through.
Are you able to get into the guard station from outside the fence?
With a little work, it seems.
Is fence locked?
It's on the inside, but I can
it's
just
just
I
on
can
the
just
inside
cut
of the
through the
fence.
fence pretty easy without.
Yeah, you'd have to cut through the fence or go over the fence
Yeah.
or something.
I
got a
wonder.
little-
Open the gate of some kind. It doesn't look like, from what you can tell with your vision magnification, doesn't look like it's not like padlocked or anything like that.
I'd bet that there's a map inside the guard station. That would probably be really useful to us.
All right, I'm going in.
Now, just for the record, it is daylight.
Oh,
Right.
for some reason I was not picturing that. Yeah,
No, it's day.
like we always
Nice.
go at night. Okay, cool.
This is Shadowrun. You don't do it.
Shadowrun, you do this stuff in the daytime.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Something has to cast the shadow. The sun.
Yeah.
There's no shadows at night. Come on.
You guys ever consider doing this stuff at night?
Call it Night Runner? No.
All right, so I'll approach cautiously, take my time, be quiet.
Go ahead and give me
Be
a stealth
aware
roll
of
and
my
then keep
boot,
track and
my
just make a
footprints.
note of what you get on your roll.
There's
All
no
right,
take a 10 in
so-
Shadowrun.
No, there's no take 10.
Are we doing? Is that agility or agility stealth?
Stealth plus agility, yeah.
Stealth, agility. Okay.
Nomad, maybe you check to see is power. Is no power, we have no problem. We
Yeah.
ram fence.
Could I see any of that from? Like, could I see any computers or anything that might indicate
there a
any
window?
light bulbs?
So you don't see like the screensaver on the computer terminal,
Yeah.
going from like, landscape to landscape.
Right.
There does
something
not
like that.
appear to be any obvious active power.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
All right. So just keep track of that for future, because
All right.
that's going to be my target number. If there's anything that might potentially see you,
Nice.
then my threshold is going to be 6, which could be pretty difficult. So you're
Plus the
pretty sneaky.
plus the 3 from the invisibility or not?
Well, the invisibility. So yeah, no, his 6 on stealth can supersede his 3 from the invisibility. Certain things, like sensors, right? That don't need to necessarily
Notice.
see where they scan for things. It's just depending on what it is. It's either going to be that 3 threshold or the 6.
It could be for sound or sight kind of things.
Maybe we'll get super lucky and the turret controls are in the guard station.
And the guy that designed this base will be fired.
Yeah. That's why there's nobody here.
Sticky note turret controls.
Yeah. Disable power to the entire base.
It's got the 2 positions on, off.
Look, somebody left the key in here.
Silly gooses.
So I'll kind of use the guard station as cover from the rest of the facility behind it, to just kind of approach from that side.
Okay.
And see if I can get close enough to get a better look or to cut through the gate.
Okay. So you've now moved up to the fence. The guard shack is about 5 feet on the inside of the fence. And as you approach, you see that the gate is on some type of track. It looks like it slides to the left or right, and it looks like it moves. The guard shack's, if you're facing it, the guard shack is off center on your left, and it looks like the fence probably slides on the track to the right. And there's some type of maglock device that is holding it in place. You're assuming some type of locking mechanism.
It doesn't appear to be electric. Can I test that? Like, can I hit it with my knife or something?
It's not electrically charged like you tap it and zap. It doesn't arc out. Hey, we got a problem with the gate. Something's leaning against the gate. It's not like an active bug zapper. Zap!
You screw with the gate.
Yeah. The only way to try and determine whether the maglock is active is to try and interface with a maglock passkey maybe, or something of that nature.
Yeah.
Or if you've got electronic build repair or something like that, engineering maybe, or if you've got something like that, you could probably tinker with it and be like, okay, this lock is active.
Yeah, I do have electronics toolkits, and then sequencers, keycard copiers.
Okay.
I had a question. I can't remember if we'd established this or not,
Oh,
but
picker.
because he has... Can you, live stream with your cyber eye? Can we see what you're seeing?
Yes. Oh, I got that. It's a video link. Yeah.
Okay.
Image
So-
link.
I'm assuming you shared it with us.
Yes.
Oh,
I apologize.
That's better.
Yeah.
Can see now.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys. I
No,
should turn that on. Yeah.
So then can I do a perception check to see if I see, any cameras or just anything that maybe he's missing?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
Everyone can make a perception
So,
test.
Nomad, look at guard shack for a little bit. Stand on tiptoes. Look in. See is anything on? Any lights? Anything?
Yeah. So I'll try to get a good look at the guard shack from where I'm at.
Yeah, you see, it's only 5 feet away, so you get a pretty good. It's got a big window, so
Cool.
it does not appear. You don't see any obvious power source. There's no lights on. There are no computer terminal. You can see a computer terminal from where you're at, and it doesn't look like it's actively powered, but it could be in sleep mode. But it looks like everything's shut off.
Yeah.
Dave, while they're kind of looking at that, we're just parked out. Are we around vegetation right now where we're parked?
Lighted.
Yeah,
Lighted
it's lighted vegetation. Yeah.
I want to go outside and just kind of look at the vegetation. I'm looking to see if there's anything that looks alive that shouldn't be, or any kind of strange plants. There might not be, but I'm just killing time, and I'm interested in the ground, soil, and plants. So
yeah, you see that the so as far as the blight goes, the surface texture of the soil is become there's an extra texturing on it. It's almost like there's a film or something on it that has made it extra crispy, if you will, and you can kind of break through it a little bit and get into more. You break through this kind of outer sheathing, if you will, but it's still, as you kind of, if you look and kind of dig through a little bit, it's discolored. And anything that has a leaf or stems, things like that. If you look at like what used to be a plant where its stalk might have been full of water and things like that, it's completely devoid of any liquid, any moisture. So it's completely emaciated.
The coyote brush just snap.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of
Brittle.
standard bendy.
excellent.
Right.
I'll just spend a little time out there and then come back inside.
Okay.
I got 3 successes.
All right.
And I have one.
Okay. And from what you can tell from his image link, you're looking at the guard shack as he looks. So you're seeing what he sees as he's looking at the guard shack, trying to look in.
Nomad, can you take slow scan left, right, no matter ahead down the road?
Roger.
And what I'm looking for is to see if it looks like I remember. Keep in mind, it's been 20 years. If it looks like what I remember, or if there are obvious, blatant changes, things where I'm like, okay, that wasn't there when I was here last time.
You remember the guard shack. You remember the checkpoint. This looks pretty familiar. As you scan, You know, you're going to see the buildings, you know, up ahead. You remember that. That all looks pretty familiar.
It don't look like anything has changed, so it should be as I remember.
Okay. You remember, you know, your memory of this place. It was you know, in a different time, and there was activity here. You know,
sure.
Looking at it without activity is a little bit different. You know, but
plants.
Yes, and plant life. Yeah. Green plant life.
Right.
You know, flourishing plant life.
So, real quick, I just was going to say, let's keep the chatter down so that Nomad can concentrate. If it's really important, then obviously bring it up. But other than that, let's stay quiet.
So I'll go ahead and take out the, I guess the mini welder and just cut like a nice little hole in the fence.
Okay. All right. So you bust out the welder and cut a hole in the fence.
Cool. So
as he starts, what are you cutting? Cut out. If you go cut maglock.
well,
Cut it. We move gate.
MF, Nomad's got this. Let's just keep quiet, let him focus.
well, I couldn't get to the maglock from the outside of the gate, right?
Yeah, the maglock's right there. It's
Oh.
part of the locking
It's what they
mechanism.
would put there.
Yes. Yes.
So, I mean, it just seemed a lot easier to cut through the chain
I thought
link
you were
than the
using it
maglock.
as cover too, the guard shack.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember, you're still an eighth of a mile from the facility grounds, really. So
Oh.
there's a long approach from where the gate,
Oh.
the guard shack is,
I thought I was
to
closer.
the actual
Yeah.
facility.
I'm all
So-
fucked
Oh,
up.
right.
Yeah,
right,
there's an
after we get to-
approach.
right,
Yeah.
but what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to get a way in for the team to get in unnoticed through
Yeah.
the front gate without either tampering with an alarm or opening a gate or setting anybody off to the fact that we're here. And so unless
You're going to know, it's going to become apparent to you pretty quickly, you know, pretty much automatically that, you know, you're going to know real quick whether there was actually power to this thing or not, and if it's connected to any auxiliary, you know, security system or anything like that. Because if you cut the fence, in a typical, you know, security, you know, parameter would be, you know, if you tampered with the locking mechanism, or if you cut a hole in the fence, it's going to set off an alarm of some kind or something, right? If the place is just completely abandoned, it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. Well, if it's lower risk to try to pick through the maglock, then I'll try that. I'm just not sure if I'm capable of doing that. I do have a hardware toolkit, so if that's
Yeah, I'm in no way trying to dissuade you from using the torch. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know that it's, you know, you're going to know this. You're like, if I cut through this thing and it's powered up anywhere, it's going to send a ping somewhere. It's going to, you know, deliver something somewhere.
It would be wired. With our perception check, couldn't we see if it had a wire connected to it anywhere or any kind of like power cable boxes?
Not from the outside of the fence necessarily. The way these things are built, you know, they're either wirelessly connected or if they're hardwired, that connection's probably, it's not going to be obvious. It's going to be internal.
Okay.
okay. I mean, well, I do have lockpick. I have engineering and lockpick and a hardware toolkit. So if that makes sense, then I mean, we could try it. But
You tell me.
So in the truck, I'm going to say to Jelly, if we cut maglock off, not pick, cut, we can push aside, drive truck through. If he picks lock, maybe it work, maybe it no work, but
getting the truck in would be nice.
I know our end goal is definitely to get the truck in, but at this point, we're not doing that. We're doing recon.
okay,
So whatever that makes the most sense stealth-wise.
okay, you boss.
Okay, well, I'm at the gate now, so my choices are go through the fence or go through the maglock. And if you guys think the maglock can be disabled, then I guess we'll try that. It seems like the fence would probably.
Wait, I did not say disable. I'm out.
Let's see. I think at this point, it's just kind of a what do you want to do? If you
Yeah,
cut the
okay.
maglock off, then it will be more visible if you open
Yeah,
the gate.
it sounds like the maglock is a maybe we'll alert somebody, maybe not, and the fence is a if somebody's here, we'll probably alert them situation. So I think we'll go with the maglock.
As you guys are, you know, you're watching this video link and you're kind of looking at this lock, but you have a little bit of a vantage point kind of up the road a little bit. And so Hot Hands, you're going to notice, you know, as you're just kind of watching, you know, you see in kind of the peripheral vision, you see something moving, but, you know, like no one else has noticed this. You're like, hey, there's something in the background, maybe on the road that's wandered out onto the road or something. Maybe it looks like maybe a dog or something.
So this would be on the other side of the gate.
Yeah, through the gate.
Inside.
Yeah,
Okay.
just kind of looking through the gate. You know, as you guys are kind of focused on the mad
Can we
block,
zoom in?
you know, yeah, you see, you're like, hey, what is? You're
Well,
like, you
that-
see some
yeah.
kind of animal, you know.
Does anybody else see the dog over
What?
there?
There.
Over there in the corner, it just kind of popped up.
Can we, now that
Yeah,
he's
as you,
pointing
if
us
you
to
see
it.
the image link now. So now go and give me a perception. Everyone give me a perception test.
Should we add to one person's who has the highest perception?
Oh yeah, it'd be a group roll.
It should
so
be
whoever's-
him.
Yeah.
No matter if it's higher or not, it should
Okay.
be him.
Yeah.
So
all right.
so the way this works should be this would be a group test. So Nomad's rolling perception, but everyone else is going to roll perception. For every 2 hits that you guys get, it gives him an extra die on his perception.
Right.
Alright, for me, you get 1.
You get 3 from me.
Nice.
All right. 5.
Yeah. You have 5 hits. As you kind of look, and you see, as you zoom in, and you guys see this, you zoom in on a large dog, and it looks like it has 3 heads. And it's wandered out on the road. It's begun a light trot up the road, coming
Is
your
it-
direction.
Does it have a collar?
It does not have a collar.
That's not a good boy then.
Yes. Does not say, if found, please return to. Right. The dog looks like a mastiff of some kind, probably breed-wise, and it's probably about
3 mastiff heads, or is it like a Chihuahua head, a Saint Bernard
No,
head?
it's a 3 mastiff head, and it's probably about a meter tall at the shoulder.
Oh,
What the fuck is that thing?
Is Cerebus. You know read mythology?
I don't know what that means.
it's a Greek myth.
If you've got
guardian
paranormal,
of
if
the
you've got
Yeah.
some kind of paranormal or magical creatures or something like that, you get a chance to know what this is. Otherwise,
Awakened creatures.
no idea.
Yeah.
Awakened creatures would work.
You want logic?
Yeah, it'd be a logic.
Yet.
It's a 3-headed dog. Something
Ah.
straight out of mythology.
It's
Nothing.
straight out of mythology.
I think it's something completely different.
Oh,
Is
that's
that a
a
bot?
damn.
Right.
Glitch. He's
Oh,
pretty
that's-
sure it's natural.
That's a
It's a
sea
dragon.
turtle, you
It's a
guys.
dragon.
Oh, what a good boy. Oh, what a good boy.
Yeah. So you
Treats
zoom
around
in.
somewhere.
You
He
zoom in
looks
on this.
harmless. No worries. Let's.
Yeah, you zoom in on this thing, and that's how you determine, like, oh, this thing's got like 3 heads, right? They've got the drooling, kind of, hooch, saliva right through these teeth, the lips are all flapping as it runs, and yeah, you can see that this thing's kind of like trotting up the road.
And that was not there when I worked there.
You don't remember this,
And you didn't see it when you did your little flyover.
did not?
No, I did not.
He wasn't looking outside, really.
And you wouldn't have seen it if it was not, No.
So. Yeah.
That was not there.
Yeah.
Not,
All right,
not
so-
last time I
Do
was
we at least
here.
know if
I know
this-
that dog. Here, this is what you need to do.
At the very least, do we know if this is like a like the cockatrices? Is this like a normal thing to encounter in nature, or is this?
No, a 3-headed
3-headed
dog.
dog?
is
No.
not.
Yeah.
No, so
Well, I
this,
mean-
we're like, what the fuck is that?
We
We've
can-
never even
yeah.
heard of it.
Yeah,
It's
not even
safe.
heard about it. It's a 3-headed dog, though. There's cause for alarm. You're like, hey, there's a 3-headed dog
And
running
it's
your way.
a big 3-headed dog.
It's a
It isn't
big
just a
3-headed
3-headed
dog.
dog.
Sequoia just doesn't know what animals are normal in this world. Like, are we gonna see a unicorn? Would that be normal to us?
That would
That would not be normal.
I mean, cockatrice is perfectly normal. Those suckers are everywhere.
What's the fucking
Three-headed
line?
dogs?
What's the
Come
fucking
on.
line?
Come on.
He will tell you.
Jelly's seen like devil rats, probably, in your time. You're like, oh yeah, dude, these like awakened rats. They're
Okay.
much bigger in size, they're a lot meaner.
Like dragons are normal, but a 3-headed dog's
Dragons aren't normal. Dragons are like top of the food chain,
But dragons are so exceptional. There are pictures.
Yes.
They are so exceptional. They have been newsworthy events.
So my brain wouldn't think this is a normal mythological creature. I would think this is some kind of weird science project.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's
It's
That's
probably
what I'm
also going to spit acid or breathe fire.
okay.
If we're
And
lucky,
the third one will be
that's so
so
cool.
So the thing that's interesting to you is that, remember, you're invisible.
Right. So, but he could he still smell me? Like, would that still be?
Do you want to wait
something
around?
It doesn't-
improved
it's a
invisibility
single-
doesn't.
Single sense, so
Right.
it's just
so
sight.
I got to assume that I'm still completely detectable from this thing. So, and if he's awakened, then he can just see me because he can see my.
He has astral perception. He could just
Yeah.
see you.
Or if he, yeah.
'Cause you're
If he's-
basically like this is like
If he's
Yeah.
dual nature.
But,
But I am still hiding with my 6th perception.
Yeah.
But
and you're on the other
that-
side of the fence
Yeah.
also at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
That's
if, they
still
can, if
locked.
they can perceive astrally, you're
Yeah.
you're hiding. is
Now you're
no
hoping
use.
for the electrified fence.
So-
There's a glowing guy down at the gate. Because you're invisible, right? So you have an astral signature
Yeah.
around you.
Right. So that's kind of the idea of the 6 stealth being invisible is to use the the shadow of the guard station as cover, to where I might be peeking out, but it would just be a sliver of color instead of a whole astral form there.
I mean, the guard shack is not so large in size that it's going to conceal you from all angles. So who knows where this thing might have just seen something
Does it look well fed?
It looks well fed.
Does it look clean?
Yeah. I mean, it looks healthy.
So someone's taking.
It's muscular. Yeah. It doesn't.
Someone is tending to this creature.
Yeah, or it's finding a food source. I mean, it doesn't look, feral. It looks. It's getting.
It got into the dog chow bucket.
Yeah.
So am I shooting this thing, boss? I'm getting a little nervous here.
Is it coming towards you?
Yeah. It's kind of trotting up the road.
Are you calling me back?
It's not full like that, but it's it's here it comes. Here.
I did not anticipate possibly awakened creatures.
You have a silencer on your gun? Yeah, take it out.
All right.
Take the shot.
Take the shot. Yeah, I mean, how far is this thing from me at this point?
I'm gonna say you are at. I think you're at long range.
So there's medium. So there's.
I mean, 251 to 500.
Here we go. Range increments. You are
close, near, medium, or far.
So 500 meters. Yeah, you're at extreme range right now.
Awesome, perfect.
Arc it.
Yeah.
Windage. You're all click.
So I'm not voice of reason normally, but is killing dog.
I'm sorry, we're meters, not feet. So you're long range, not extreme.
Is right thing. Maybe dog is dog attacking?
It's mostly trotting right now.
Who gives a shit?
I mean, I'm looking at the picture, but
I mean, it seems like a guard dog.
We're
trying to break in.
From you, Nomad. From you, does dog look like it's coming?
It doesn't look like it's. It doesn't look like it's aggressive at this time.
Who cares?
But it's not just kind of sauntering like.
It's coming to check out what's going on here, and it will find me most likely.
I mean,
so it's
you don't have tranquilizers.
Get the dog treats out. Cover them in butter.
Actually,
he's like, I do.
I do have stun rounds, but
if you want to stun it, that's fine. We just don't want it to bark.
We'll throw it in with the megalodon.
Honestly, we could probably sell it.
Yeah, there's money coming up the road.
I don't hate the idea of selling a 3-headed dog. That's probably pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Or we keep it.
So okay, if you would like to stun it, I will leave it to you. You have license to kill. You have license to stun.
It is pet.
Follow your little heart.
No, I mean, if it's left up to Nomad, he's gonna put one as close to between his eyes as he can.
Yeah,
or as close to between one of its eyes.
Nomad has discretion to kill or not kill. It's up to him for this one.
License to kill.
Because the other thing is, I know the size of this thing. I'm not sure if my stun rounds out of my Ares Predator would do a whole lot.
However you do it, take it down.
Just take it down.
Deal with the threat.
Yeah. All right.
And how far is it now that we've been talking?
Yeah.
200 meters away now.
So I'm lining up the shot with my Barrett. Sorry.
Okay. You're gonna 50 cal it?
Yeah.
You're gonna
long range.
Flat it.
Okay, so you're
gonna have.
So you're gonna get the rifle out. I'm assuming the rifle is on the bike.
Well, when I got off the bike, I probably brought the rifle, but I didn't mention.
But you didn't.
So.
Yes.
But I mean, that was the idea because I was going to shoot the turrets.
Yeah, so you would have had your big shoots.
That was sort of the whole point of.
Well, you're probably not holding your sniper rifle when you're trying to figure out, hey, how do I get through this lock? And you're not carrying on your.
No.
We did touch on this. He has some kind of fancy holster that keeps it contained.
I think
the guns are big in Shadowrun. I'm not the only one carrying a big gun around.
And those guns can be collapsible too.
Yeah.
Like the barrel and stuff.
He's lining up the shot.
The point is you're pulling out a giant 50 cal. You're about to.
You have fun
nuke
your way.
It's
Nomad
a 6p weapon. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not. We're not talking like a 15p or something.
You only gave a 50 cal a 6p.
Yeah, I think you guys are giving this gun a lot more of a.
Okay, come on. A 50 cal's at least at 8p.
Of a legend than it deserves. It's really just a long-range rifle that's
Just
twice as powerful
shoot the
as
fucking dog.
a short-range heavy pistol.
Don't you need to get with a 50 cal a running start to
enough.
put a bullet in there? And a run, hit it, and go clack clack. It's a howitzer, right? Basically.
Okay, I don't.
It's getting bigger every
You
second.
could be saying anything to me right
It's
now.
a cannon, and it's like
It's a cannon.
It's like what you would pull off of a.
You're gonna cannonball a dog.
So this thing's about 100 meters away right now. All right. So it's kind of moving.
Ready the cannons.
Oh, if it's 100 meters now, that's not a good idea anymore. So.
I Hold on. I feel like that discussion was players, not characters.
Yeah, it's right now. It's at the range. It's about 100 meters. So it's moving. As you kind of figure out, like, okay, what are we gonna do with the dog? There's a dog coming, but still, it's 100 meters away. So it's still a good distance.
You got it out. You might as well just splat it.
I mean, it's a guard dog. I mean,
Shoot the dog.
It will
Nomad.
tell us if there's anybody here still, because everyone's gonna hear this.
No,
it's silence.
You have a silence on a
Now
big
it's 75
cow?
meters away.
Stop. No. Cut the chatter.
Like, I'm not saying
Nomad.
kill the dog. I'm
Nomad,
not trying to
kill the
kill
Now I've been talked out of killing the dog.
No, kill the dog. Kill the dog. It's too late. You have the bullet.
the fucking dog.
You have it trained.
The dog is like 2 meters away.
Yeah, you're like,
Dog has to stop running.
yeah, right. It's still coming.
I have to kill you now. If
Sorry,
you make up
guys.
your-
He's licking my hand now. I don't think I could kill him anymore.
Wait, dog's got acid for saliva. Ow, hey!
Don't name him. Don't name him. Don't name him.
Wanna go look at a puppy?
Okay, no, I think at this point, you guys probably just ought to go ahead and head up here.
Wait, scared away. I don't know what to do here.
All right, mentally, I'm peeling a gold star off of Nomad's gun.
Like, okay.
That was
We're
miserable.
gonna talk about this
That
later.
was fucking pitiful.
I had a good shot at far range with 11
And
attack
yet.
rating, but I lost it.
You didn't lose it. You didn't. Okay.
Well,
Jelly's gonna center himself.
All right, so you're holding, right? You're not doing anything right now.
Well,
Now there is a fence between you
I mean,
and
I'm assuming
said
I can
dog.
shoot through the fence, but yeah.
Right, so you could stand on the other side of the fence, and
Yeah.
you would assume, hey, dog can't get to me unless it could somehow like teleport or run
Right,
through the fence.
so I just
jump
stand
over
there
it,
and say,
maybe.
hey, dog, check me out. I hope you're friendly.
If you don't mind, you just wait till it comes up. It can't see you. And
Well,
then you
it's
just
close
kinda
enough now. He
point.
probably should.
Okay,
It's 100 meters.
we
yeah.
should have had Hot Hands just pop over real quick and assess this dog here to see what he's.
You can do that.
So
I
that's
mean-
You can
that's,
project and be like, let me
that's
take a look at
really.
this.
I'm just gonna wham.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
like,
that's-
oh yeah, and I'm just like sitting. I just
Ridiculously
sit down.
fast.
Okay.
That's really
Alright,
the
so-
idea.
You don't know, but I'm standing right next
If he's
to you.
just a mutant dog, he might not be able to see through my invisibility.
Mhm.
But if he's an awakened mutant dog, then
I
It's a
zip
different
over
story.
there, and
So,
if he's
so
awake,
you
and I
see
need
this
to-
thing,
yeah.
so go ahead and give me an sensing roll.
Ooh, I'm good at this.
I love it that you're like the moral compass. You're like, I don't know, should I shoot the dog?
I was ready to shoot the dog.
You've seen MF has no trouble killing people.
Nomad.
Because I can define innocent versus non-innocent.
Yeah.
Like the assholes that hit the back of the truck, they were not
I
innocent.
only got a 2.
So with 2 successes, that's still it is awakened. Right. So you know that
General
with 2
state.
successes.
Hopefully you got to the level of general
Well, you know
state.
it is not mundane,
emotion.
right? So you get that with 1, right? You know, it is awakened. So with 2, let me look at the
Lead
ascension
it on.
table here.
Emotional state.
So
Hey,
you
look at me, and then float away, and he'll go chasing you, and then I can sneak in. Yeah.
I want to astrally pet the dog.
So the general state of the subject's health is healthy.
Okay.
Is he?
General emotional state
That's the one.
of the subject, happy, sad, is going to be alert. Whether the subject's mundane or awakened, it is awakened. And the presence or location of any standard grade cyberware implants? None. The general class or type of magically active? No magically active spells. If the aura has not been seen before, it's not recognized. And it's not being cloaked or, anything like that. So, from what you can tell, it is an awakened dog with 3 heads. And it is alert. It is its general emotional state.
Okay, it's 100, and it's 100
And
meters
it's 100
away.
meters away.
I'll go 50 meters from it and start and wave at it. I want to see if it notices me.
Okay. So go ahead and roll initiative.
Astral initiative, by the way.
Yeah.
Is there a difference?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's right.
Yeah,
What's
there's very
astral
much
manip based off of?
Actually, I think, let's see.
Astral initiative is substantially different. I think
It used to be.
it
Used to be. No, it's not.
3d6, no?
It's not. No, that's absolutely not what happens.
Very different.
Fuck no.
Don't be suggesting to Pedro that he picks up like 10 dice and roll it right now. Let's look up the astral combo.
All right, so this all went wrong because of Nomad not shooting a dog. I just want it on the record.
I mean, we're breaking into a facility.
fine.
A guard dog comes running.
let's
Like,
see.
we shouldn't just befriend the dog.
It might not be
No.
a guard dog.
But
It's a three-headed dog. In a scientific experiment lab, it's not just a...
Bare minimum science experiment.
It's like every security guard could also just be a guy who joined his dad for work that day and just...
It's a friend you haven't made yet.
Hey, Dad, I really appreciate you letting me come with you on
Take your son to work day.
Take your son to work day.
That's the day.
Here, son, wear the security outfit.
You want to be safe, you know.
You want to be safe.
And I'm not giving you any bullets, but here's a gun so you can feel like you're part of the crew.
What are we guarding here? Oh, it's some super top secret thing. I wouldn't worry
Three-headed
about
dogs.
it. Yeah, I've been here. I've been here years and nothing bad has happened.
That one's two-headed. That's down the road 2 miles.
Oh, you're looking for two-headed dog farm. That was an exit back.
It's like just three. Like you got your first breeder, the one-headed dog, and then someone's like, I'm gonna one-up that. We got the 2. And then there was like a fight between the owners.
It's like
and
the iPhone, but dogs.
Yeah. Screw you! I'm gonna make my own dogs. I'll put 3 heads.
Better than your stupid, shitty one-head dogs. This thing just bites our head off.
One of the heads gets missed. What the hell?
I told you!
That's why you don't play God!
Wait, that was a 4-headed dog.
It's not a conjoined twin dog.
I got it.
Hey, no!
I got it.
I said go left!
You take 2 tennis balls, throw them in opposite directions. Bada bing.
This dog has a heart attack, just shudders and falls over.
Too much. Oh, it's great. Okay. No, so initiative's the same. Alright,
It's the same.
Yeah, it used to be different in Astral than it was, but now it's the same.
The only reason I mentioned it is when I was gonna take Astral Projection for MS,
Nice.
I thought I had 3d6, and I wouldn't get that from
It said, so
I got 11.
what's different in Astral Combat is your physical abilities and how they're represented are different. They're based off your basically mental attributes, right? So in Astral Combat, your attack rating is your magic attribute plus your tradition attribute. Right, your defense rate is your intuition plus innate armor if you've got innate armor. Oh, I'm sorry, you are right. Initiative is logic plus intuition plus 2d6.
2d6, okay.
Yes.
I knew it was higher because I had it written as higher.
And the way you do damage, right? You can sling spells, you can do unarmed combat, and you can use like foci and things like that. So
I got 18 then for my initiative.
you got 18, all right?
I rolled
and
2
then,
6s.
All right, so then I'm going to also roll initiative.
You guys gotta stop sending me to do magic stuff.
Oh, God forbid you go and do magic stuff.
Nobody told you to hop the fence there.
Well, I extrapolated. Y'all don't want to kill the dog. I gotta find out the dog.
On the downside, we have no idea what he's doing, but
I look relaxed.
So he
Hawkins
just
goes off script.
conks out.
Yeah, he looks completely relaxed.
Until I start getting nosebleeds.
Instead of watching his feet, I'm just watching your body. You're still good.
So I'll give
So, okay.
Nomad a heads up, and I'll say, just so you know, I'm pretty sure that Hot Hands is astrally with you.
I want you to feel secure that I'm here.
That helps, thanks.
So, all right. So what do you have for initiative, Hot Hands?
18.
18, okay.
Will you let us know when we, the 3 mundanes, see the dog change direction if it does? Meaning its head looks somewhere else.
Right. Sure.
If it does.
Sure. Okay. So you're first. So what are you gonna do?
I'll hold my. I mean, I gotta see what it does. I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So give me a stealth roll, basically, to see if this thing sees you or not.
Oh, and I am an astral chameleon as well.
Okay. All right.
Are you
actually,
trying to be
no.
stealthy?
I want it to see.
He was
me.
up waving
Oh,
at
so you're like,
Yeah,
hey.
I
Okay,
want
so
to
then it just
see
sees
if
you.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, it sees you, forcing you into initiative. Then.
Yeah.
Right. From the meat world, you guys will see this thing stop. Right, and like the heads are kind of like it looks in a direction, right, and then it begins running.
And like, do all 3 heads suddenly zero in on one thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Which we can't see the one thing.
You should be able
Right,
to.
you can't see the one.
Yeah.
thing. So
Just
it
fly.
begins running towards you. So how far away did you stop from it?
50 meters.
50 meters. Okay, so it's going to make an athletics test. So its move is.
Not a
You can
good
just
boy.
find a place to store it, and then I'll shut the door behind it.
Store.
like a big.
Big
What
hole
was
in the
it?
ground.
What were the
Garage?
buildings we didn't look in? A garage. Yeah, like a big garage. Maybe that'll work.
Yes, that's right. Oh yeah.
Except that that's where all the other ones are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna make an athletics roll.
Like, so he can bite your astral form.
One, two.
Yes.
Oh,
So
I'm that, at least that
you
aware
can
of
still
it.
shoot it,
All right.
and
So
then in the astral world, it can still attack.
yeah, 3. So that's 9. So it runs on its turn. So it's 25. So it moves 34 meters. It closes. It starts.
Like just
Close the distance really fast.
Oh, it's hostile.
And we all see this.
It is now. You see it now. It's running, right? It's like it breaks off into that, like, you know.
Can I
ass,
shoot
like,
it now?
You can see the muscles on this thing. It's running. It's like chasing the rabbit, you know.
So now how far is it from Nomad?
So it was 100 meters.
So it's 66 meters away.
So now it's 66
Oh, it's
meters.
closer
No, he
now?
went.
No, I went from the fence.
You baited it to me?
Yes.
Yes. Bringing it in closer.
Nomad's running back to get a better position for his sniper
No.
gun.
I went from between you and it halfway.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we understood.
So it moved, yeah. So it moved 34 meters. So it is now 16 meters from you.
Yeah.
And it closes this thing. And a combat round's only like 3 seconds worth. I mean,
Jeez.
It makes a difference. Do you shoot it?
I mean, I can't shoot. I mean, I could, but
So this I know.
well, right now,
it
so
sees
is Hot Hand's
16
going to
from
take an action?
So in combat, in astral combat, how far can I move? Because normally I move real fast.
Yeah.
Does it change at all or no? You were griping about distance, so I'll just zip, like
Back to your body?
no, like 200 yards farther down.
Okay.
So basically, I want to try and lead it farther away,
Okay.
or back towards the facility.
Okay.
give me some breathing room.
Yeah. So, and I say, hey, Poochie over here.
It is going to pursue you, on its turn.
At this point, I get the idea. I'm going to be able to outrun it, so I'm just moving at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jelly, if you do not understand, is a vacant dog. It sees Hot Hands. Is turned to see.
Okay.
Hopefully, Nomad chooses to do something. Yes.
As soon as it's in
Nomad is frozen.
yeah, whenever
He's
it's in
scared
an
to death.
acceptable range of your weapon, shoot the
Yeah.
fucking dog, please.
Yeah. So,
It's not innocent.
I'm not.
It's
I'm not getting back
bad.
to far range. I don't think.
For those of you not astrally awakened and watching this thing from the astral plane, you see that at some point it stops and like I'm assuming you're gonna go past it and
Yeah.
and so it stops and turns and it's going to continue to move on its turn. It's running. You see it veer around and starts to chase something that you can't see.
Chasing the bug. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to line up a shot, take aim, and
Okay.
I need to make sure that I'm not gonna.
They're not astral bullets. I don't have to worry about you hitting.
No.
me.
Yeah. My dual nature ammunition.
Is
No,
there,
I just need to.
is there such a thing as that?
What?
Like dual-natured bullets? Like
No.
Well, they
no.
hit those bombs that had the fungus we talked about.
That's the
okay.
astral meets machine kind of
I bet
thing.
somebody's
The
working on
crossover.
it,
Which has always been an effort by the megacorps to try and figure out how to bridge that gap, but it just because the two don't. Same reason why magically active beings don't integrate synthetic material into their body, because it takes away from their living essence, which is their ability to manifest the magic.
Okay.
So yeah, this book. I mean, the range weapons thing doesn't show medium. It's missing medium.
Yeah, I don't know why the character sheet misses medium.
Yeah. So I'll take aim, line up a shot on the dog, and whenever I have a good angle on it, except for straight running opposite direction from me, maybe he turns or
Okay. Go ahead and take a shot.
presents a good target there.
Okay.
So
My defense rating is in astral combat. Defense rating is initiative plus innate armor. Sorry, intuition. So my defense rating is going to be 10.
To physical bullet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not astral. This is just a regular bullet. So yeah, so it's just my defense rating is going to be 12.
No edge either way. He has
Correct.
an 11.
So it is a minor action to take aim.
There you go.
So that's
Take
8,
the shot.
19, 11, 12, 13. Okay. All
I
right.
get my.
And I only had one edge at it. I didn't have
You had no bonus edge.
no bonus edge.
Correct.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
All right, and I get my normal defense test. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4, 5. I have 5.
So, not damaging.
You fire the shot, you either graze it, not to do enough damage, or you miss it. Actually, with my defense test being higher than yours, I actually miss. You go to shoot the moving target and it misses. But now it's just a matter of, do you draw its attention more than chasing the astral rabbit? Right?
Yeah. Did he notice it?
Yeah, it's intelligent, so it notices it, right? So now we're back to Hot Hands.
You missed?
He missed.
That's fine.
Not only did you not shoot the dog when you were told to just shoot the damn dog, but then
you had one job to do.
Yeah.
So, really, in astral form, my only real attacks are magic, right?
So in astral combat, you can cast spells, but you can also attack unarmed.
Oh.
And you can use weapon foci as well. So unarmed combat in astral is your astral plus willpower. That is what your basically skill is. Your damage on unarmed is your tradition attribute divided by 2 rounded up.
Can Hot Hands hear us when he's in the astral plane? Like if Jelly were to say something on the truck with his body, would he be able to hear it?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say, let's give this one more shot, and if you don't take it out, let's pull back.
He could just fly over it and just run around in circles until I actually distract him enough to hurt him.
Yeah, try to keep him still, Hot Hands.
Kite him until you finally get the shot off.
Okay, yeah. So I'll use my move action. So I'll fly up.
Okay.
And so I'll fly 30 feet above up.
How high can a shark jump?
And
I feel like there's pit bulls who can jump 30 feet.
Oh yeah, they can jump.
And then what I'm gonna do is
really
I'll send a mana bolt at it.
Just do something really light.
Right. So you're gonna fire a mana bolt at it? All right, cool.
Yeah. So
and remember, you are sustaining a spell right now with the invisibility on.
Oh yeah, what does that reduce me by?
You're sustaining a spell. Do you have a sustaining focus or anything like that?
I do.
You could
not.
probably drop that at this point, but
it's not like he doesn't know you're there. You tried to shoot him.
Yeah. I mean, but we know he can see me regardless. To him, I'm just like a Christmas tree light in a otherwise dark yard. So it's like
you're totally right. I just don't know that I would. Jelly wouldn't realize this.
Yeah. If there's mundanes there, it may still benefit. But it wasn't even giving me more than I was getting on my own. So. I remember it being really useful, really strong in combat, because it's not like you lose it when you attack. You just attack, and then somebody, where did that come from? If they don't have a way to see you, then it's like...
So, for sustaining a spell, you take a -2 dice pool penalty. Any action test for each spell they sustain. Okay. So, you're -2 dice pool.
So, unless anybody tells me to drop it, I'm just going to go ahead and...
Okay, so you're going to just zap it, right? And then Mana Bolt is a direct combat spell?
Yes. It is a direct. So
what is it resisted by?
You will be resisting it, opposed by willpower and intuition.
Okay.
I wonder if you lead him to the turrets. Well, is he whitelisted from the turrets?
Oh, shit. The dog talk.
2. I got 2.
Okay, and I'm gonna roll my resistance here. So I've got 1, 2. I've got 3, 4. I've got 4.
Okay, so it didn't really do anything but anger it.
So you zap it, and piss it off, right? Oh, all right. So it's like barking. How far up are you?
He is currently, if he can
30
make that
feet.
distance,
So
he's 234 meters in front of him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm just rolling drain.
Yeah. And remember, you're -2 dice to any test that you make, because you're sustaining a spell.
Yep.
Okay.
Dog's turn.
Yes, dog's turn. So dog's attention seems to be focused on you, and it's basically like it moves towards you because you're still several hundred meters away. So it moves away from Nomad. So it moves 40 meters away.
Ooh-wee.
It's like full board sprint. All 3 heads are like.
Angered the dog.
He fired manifolds at it. It's taking fire from Nomad with a sniper. I was missing.
So Nomad, if it helps, it's now 104 meters away. So you taking another shot?
Yeah, if
do it.
If that is the time, if now is the time for that.
And now would be the time.
All right. Murder. I'll take aim. Yeah.
Successes.
The nice thing, I get to roll 11 dice for my defense, so it's pretty decent dog.
Yeah. He doesn't even know the shot's coming. He's just like...
Well, it's sidetrack. You got a mana... Hot Hands is casting mana bolts and it's like... Rah, rah, rah. Yeah, I've got 3 hits.
Nice. You got 5.
Okay, you got 5. Alright, so you hit it. Alright. And what's the damage value?
6p.
Is it 6 modified?
Sorry, yes. It's basic. Its base is 6, but I did not add my 2 successes. So.
Okay, so it is 8. Okay. So it was 6, and I've got 3 there. So okay, it takes some damage. So you hit it. So you do make contact with it, and it takes some damage. So now we're back to Hot Hands, but it is still up.
Yeah,
massive. It's like a big bull mastiff, you know, with 3 heads.
1.5 meters at the shoulder. That's a big dog.
This one's a meter at the shoulder.
Oh, a meter at the shoulder.
Oh,
Still meter at the shoulder.
It's fucking...
Not meter wide. Meter tall.
Oh.
Yeah. His shoulder's at the doorknob.
I was like, what the fuck is this dog?
So
it's 3+ feet tall.
I wouldn't be able to zip down, whack him with my fist, and then zip back
taller
up.
than that.
Right?
It's a meter at the shoulder.
Yeah.
So yeah, it still has its neck and everything else.
Can it actually hear you?
They should be able to.
You're going to assume that you can.
Yeah.
But he did just get hit by...
Try telling it to sit.
What's the astral command for sit? All right, so...
wait, I don't know how quick I can do this, but can I zip down, whap him with my fist, and then zip back up in the air?
Remember, a combat round is 3 seconds, so you can move as a minor action.
Oh, okay.
Right, and then...
okay, so then...
You would have to face around it.
You would open yourself up to an attack.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. No, I'm already pretty tired. I'll move another 20 feet up.
Okay.
Just out of concern, and then just wait. I'm assuming I'm gonna let him take one more shot before I leave.
So it is going to, redirect its attention to you, and it's going to make a.
I've done all I can do.
2, so it moves 31 meters towards you.
Okay, so it is now at 73 meters away from you.
All right, so we'll do the same routine.
Okay.
Line up, take aim. This time, at least, he's coming towards me, so get a headshot off.
Okay.
Not to be the bearer of bad news, but how many bullets?
8.
Okay.
10. I have 8 left, so I have a 10 clip.
Oh,
yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah, it is semi-automatic too. I could, if I need to go into another round. 6.
I have 4.
So 8.
Okay, and I have 1 there, so I take 6 more. All right, it's still up. All right, but it is wounded.
Limping.
For sure. All right,
we're getting there.
Are we now seeing in the shots that what he's hitting seems to be tearing up meat? It's not a mechanical dog or anything like it. It seems to be doing damage. There's blood. When it hits,
it's not that obvious. I mean, you see that he's firing at it, and he's probably coming into contact with it. Yeah, it appears to be hitting it.
Interesting.
I mean, is there blood coming out?
It is bleeding, yes.
Okay.
So it is.
Is it slowing it down at all? It's still running 30
It's still
meters.
moving.
At this point, I'm gonna just zip back to my body because I'm pretty tired.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, I think he's got it from here.
All right.
I hope so.
Yeah. So it's going to continue to move.
Saw him hit it pretty good.
There's a limit to how close it can get to you.
I know there is a fence, but I imagine he'll just rip straight through the fence.
3.
I don't know.
So it moves another 34 meters.
Oh boy.
So you're now 49 meters away from him. I'm sorry, 39 meters away.
So he probably will not be able to get there next turn, but he possibly could. But either way,
Takes the shot.
34 meters is near. So I think I would be giving them an edge.
What
I
is-
have
what
an
is
8
your-
attack range.
Yep, that gives him an edge.
Yeah.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, I think I'll stick to that. Stick to the gun.
So
So he has an edge.
Yeah.
I have 5.
Dang. All right.
It is going to continue its movement.
It's not looking good, guys.
It moves another 31 meters.
So it is 8 meters away from the fence.
Okay.
I'll walk back into the bus. He's got this, right, guys? What's the feed look like?
You see this dog.
Dog
The lips and the eyes go from demonized to closed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use my 4 edge to do exploding 6s and add my edge attribute to this one.
Okay.
So.
You spent the edge there.
It's just like, I need to kill this now.
Yeah, and I only.
Oh
got
my.
So what is your
6.
attack rating?
1.
He gets another edge.
1. Okay, so
So that
Starts at 4.
Oh goodness.
5.
Oh.
5.
Okay, I've got 1, 2.
Stop counting.
I've got 4.
Oh, man. Oh, that was close.
That's
okay,
still
come on.
7 points of damage.
I know, but...
That was close.
So what is it? What's the damage?
It's 7.
7? Okay. I've got 1, 2. Alright, so I've got 2, so I take 5 more. Okay, and in its run, it slumps into the ground as it stumbles and kind of rolls over and expires.
I take my hat off for the death of a dog.
So
that could have been
I must ask, do you wish to go back? You should go over the entire grounds. Look for anything vacant. If there is another one, that many shots, you're in bad trouble.
Yeah, Nomad, take cover and hold tight while we have Hot Hands do a more in-depth survey.
Okay, I can do that. I'm a little tired, but that's fine. Okay, and so then I'll sit again, and then wham, go back. I'll stop by Nomad real quick. I'm gonna stop by the dog too, and just kind of stare at it for a second.
I'm just kind of still breathing heavy, looking at.
It's like right there.
When an awakened creature is it dead or is it dying?
It looks dead.
Okay. Well, I'll kneel down by it and just kind of like give it one final pat on each of its heads, and then I'll zip into the complex. Yeah. Actually, I'll heal the dog now. I'll zip into the complex, and then I'm basically gonna be like 40 feet above the ground, just kind of zipping around, seeing if I see anybody. If I don't see anything on the grounds itself, I'll like go to the buildings that I missed before and just kind of peek my head through a wall and kind of look around.
Okay. Give me a perception roll.
Bam, 1 success.
Okay, what? Now give me a stealth roll.
Oh, come on. Okay, well, also, if it's an astral thing, I am an astral chameleon, which gives me some bonuses that I definitely have written down.
But
will
not help me next time.
That was a big ass dog.
Yeah, it's a big dog.
1 success.
1 success, right?
I am.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, that's like,
what
is
the
this
hell?
the right
There's
path
somebody
for me?
here?
Am I doing the right thing? Maybe I'm on the wrong life journey.
So
I'm on the wrong life journey.
So as you're kind of like blasting around, you don't see anything outside. When you get over to the motor pool area, right? It's a building, right? It's a large bay, open bay. There's some machinery in there. I mean, you don't have enough time to really take a really good look and take into detail as much as you can from the astral plane. But as you cross over, and you kind of go through and kind of look into the building, you see that there are 2 more of these things in here, and one of them like steps up and gets an alert, right, and like standing there, chest all kind of protruded out. Roll initiative.
God dang it!
Are they locked in, or is there a way the other way?
Do I see a doggy door?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So that's a total of 14.
And you can't communicate to us, right?
No.
All right, so you are first.
Okay. Honestly, I'm just running at that point. I mean, I unstick my... Actually, what I want to do is this. I'm going to hold my move action, so if they start charging at me, I'm going to leave. But first...
The distance that you're at here is, you're at about 20 meters.
Oh,
so
okay.
Pretty close.
The
building's not that big. It's not like a football field,
Actually, then I'm going to just say... good boys, and then just leave. I'm just gonna zip my head out. I'm gonna go out onto the grounds and wait, and I want to see if they come out.
Okay. How far away are you gonna move?
150 meters.
All right. So you move. These two dogs. Yep. They come out and they come running from around the backside of the building. Right. They're like, you can hear the claws scrapping on the ground. As they come around the corner. Right.
I have an idea.
All right.
I use my movement to go towards the building with the turrets.
Okay.
And I want to go past the turrets to try and have the dogs. I want to see what happens if they come towards me. I want to see if the turrets get them.
Okay. So you're gonna take your action. You're gonna zip over to where the turrets are. All right. You're gonna watch the dogs run a short distance and then stop.
Okay, that's what. Yeah,
2 good
I was
boys.
thinking.
They've been trained not to go in the turret firing arm.
All the scar tissue on the chest.
But that does imply that they didn't have the ability to whitelist them. So if we could, for some reason, get them over there, it should work.
I was thinking we could put their bodies on us.
They know better than to go into the kitchen. No, they're either well trained or they're highly intelligent.
What's the Star Wars animal?
Or if we disable the turrets, maybe
we'll the Tauntaun?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Let's Tauntaun the Cerberus.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so then now that I know that they're smarter than that, I'm gonna zip back to my body.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna go up the road towards Nomad. I'm gonna go
leave these two things back.
Yeah. I'm just gonna zip basically above them and away back to my
you
body.
Can quickly get back to your body, right? You know that these things are, they're, as they kind of move, you zip off, and you're not sure once you get back to your body, you're not sure what may have happened to them, or that, whether they start, looking around, or who knows, you know what I mean?
There are 2 more of these things. They were in the garage. They came out after me. Also, they are smart enough not to go in front of the turrets.
I have just a sidebar question. Can you make something awakened, or is it something that's inherent?
It's inherent.
Okay, so but I'm assuming these dogs were genetically designed. So how did they make? How would someone make sure an animal was awakened?
They start with awakened stock.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that was just a curiosity thing. Okay, so 2 more things. We know that we can kill these things.
It's hard, but yes.
Is it worth it at this point?
Well, if we want to go in the fence, then it's probably worth it.
If my research is in there, it's very good payoff.
These dogs are telling me that somehow they're being taken care of, either through an automatic feeding system or there's someone handling them.
If we can lock them in the garage, if they go back to their food and we lock them in the garage, then that's the one option I'd consider.
Throw the turkey treat into the garage. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. If we can somehow, close whatever door they came running out of before or after they go back in.
Need some awakened bacon strips.
Yeah.
So can I use my
gulag or something?
My analytical mind to figure out what their miles per hour is?
It'd be hard because you've only really experienced them through the image link of Nomad. It's going to be obvious that they can move very quickly, but you don't know what the top end of that is. Just because you haven't experienced them enough to really try and calculate. It seems to probably move up to this far potentially. But, based on what you've seen, you're going to assume that they can close the distance very quickly, which makes them a significant threat.
We haven't cut through the fence yet, so...
Still got through the fence.
We could use that as a...
And we have other problem. If dogs saw Nomad, it means we can't close on garage door and pool.
I think that we would have to take the dogs down. I don't think that trapping them somewhere is going to be a permanent solution. I feel like these guys are probably smart enough to get out of wherever we put them in. So I think we're going to have to be on more of an assaulted front.
So if we do right, we have hot hands go, bring dogs towards us. We stand as firing line. We no stop till they are dead.
It's gonna be loud as hell, and if there is a handler on the premises, they're gonna notice that all their dogs are dead.
You're assuming if there's a handler on the premises that already been littered because he's fired 3 shots from his sniper. Right?
Yeah, but it's got a built-in suppressor.
Yeah, so it's quiet.
It comes with
quieter.
We're doing.
I know. It's a big
gun. Dog. If he's got visuals on the dog,
these are movie silencers.
Yes.
No,
it is.
It's a suppressor. It's not a silencer.
Yeah, suppressor is different. A suppressor is to give you accuracy, I believe, not to silence the round.
Either way, again, if there's a handler on premises, he's gonna know. If nothing else, he's gonna notice the dog is not moving at all. If he can see nothing else, the RIF chip in him is gonna.
Biometrics have gone down flatlined.
Even if it's not that good,
Jonesy's
even if it's just a
flatlined.
tracker, and he's got basically a cell phone sitting on him.
The
dog isn't moving.
You better hope that the dog doesn't have a dog wagon contract.
Okay, so what we do is we drag the dogs behind us, and then they're moving.
So, but
that was terrible. I'm sad I said that.
at the
fictional dogs. I'm sad.
At the very least, we're gonna have to potentially kill at least one more person. I'm guessing at this point there's quite a few individuals in here. I don't think this is quite as dead as we perceived it to be.
Well, there's at least dogs.
Also, they were running experiments, so...
But it sounds like, MF, what you think is in there is important enough, or at least valuable enough to warrant that.
So, other thing to think about is Natasha. She got out blind. With no one bothering? Someone who is handler would let her simply walk out? It no makes sense.
That is a great point.
And dogs don't follow?
Very good point. So I'm wondering if maybe there's something on her that's making her...
Hot Hands, you sent her, no?
We did.
She has no awakened.
Okay.
Other option. It's not my job, but maybe is other way, possibly like sewer or tunnels or.
I could check the lake. That would be an obvious dump site for any kind of chemicals or waste.
Jelly, maybe you talk to Natasha. You seem to have Faye. See if she has thought of how she. If nothing else, find out how she go through gate.
Yeah, so I'll come up to Natasha. Is she awake at this point?
Sure. She's awake.
I would say, fucking my screwy. And my little baby toddler Russian.
Yeah, she was about. I think she said she was 8 or something like that.
Who speaks Ukrainian?
But it's
no, I know
you
speak.
Russian.
I speak Russian. It's senior.
No one speaks Ukrainian. Oh, I spoke for a little bit.
He's due through magic. Yes.
Yes,
Oh no, I don't have.
You communicated with you had some kind of tongue spell or something.
But that's probably not active anymore.
I'm assuming it's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's cast again.
Okay, so I'll, in my, I have a 1 in Russian.
Okay.
I'll come up and say, "How get out gate?"
She says something about what you can best determine. She's talking about some type of back door.
Wait, Natasha. I just thought about what you said. Natasha's not 8. She's a woman, right?
Yeah, she's grown.
She was a young woman. Yeah.
But she's a woman, though.
Woman, not a child, right?
Yeah. I thought she was like in her 18 or something. Whatever. A metal back door?
She's trying to describe it to you. She's describing a ramp.
This is why
A
we
ramp
need drone,
leading to the woods.
so that we can just drone scout everything out.
All right, so you can have me do a roll if you want. Do I remember there being woods on the peninsula?
There's trees all over here.
Still?
Yeah, the trees are still there, even though they're blighted. The trees
They're
haven't
weird.
gone anywhere. They're just
So-
they're just withered.
Then I'm gonna go outside, hop up onto the truck, and look and see if I can see a forest. Do I remember there being? What I'm saying is not. She said forest. Do I remember seeing a forest when I was here 20 years ago?
The whole
Yeah.
place is forested.
The whole place is forested.
Yeah. Like the whole lake is surrounded by trees.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help.
Do you remember the dogs?
She said like the dogs don't bother them.
Do they bother you?
No.
Do you know why?
No.
Did you go up or down the ramp to escape?
Up.
Does the ramp sound like anything I remember from the research facility? Were they level ramps?
You remember there being some type of loading dock off a portion of the property that was designed to basically deliver, various things to the sub level off the backside. But you remember there being like a rear gate of some kind.
Okay, so I'll tell them that.
Is there anything special about the rear gate? Like, is there water near it? Is it directly by the lake? Is it very dry? Does it have a smell? Are there mechanical things in there?
You remember there being kind of a runway where you could drive a vehicle down and dock in at the sub-level 1.
Is supply tunnel. You bring down whatever we need. We know carry sequencers downstairs.
How could we get to there?
Is it back of lab? So
Yeah, you remember you would have to
You had to go through the gate.
once you were admitted entry into the grounds. That there was back by the lab there was a place where you could then drive.
So that's how she
down.
got out of the lab.
mm-hmm.
She escaped from the lab.
Did you ever feel or encounter a metal fence?
Fence,
How did you get over the fence?
pole and fence.
Did we ever find out how long she thinks she's been out of there?
I think she said weeks.
Because she left and tried to come back to it. The point is, we still gotta get on.
So Hot Hands, you have new job. Scout fence. Find hole.
Can you could.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be like grayed out or whatever, but sure.
Okay, find the hole.
Okay. So I just keep zipping back and forth, back and forth. I love it. So yeah, then I'll go ahead and wham, just swim my way to the fence.
You project and you follow the fence. Eventually, you're going to run across. There's a large section of fence that looks like it has been completely eaten away. Like you look at, it looks like something has melted a large hole in the fence.
In Astral, he's seeing that.
Well, you're just looking at the fence.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the fence.
In Astral.
So, yeah.
Yes, you're just looking at the way the fence looks like. It doesn't look like it's been clipped. It looks like it's been maybe, because you can see the way the edges are, you know, the way the separation is. It looks like something's melted through the fence.
Well,
not quite big enough to drive a vehicle through, but easily big enough to walk through.
In relation to the lab ramp, where is it?
Pretty much off the backside. It's about a straight shot from the ramp.
I don't... Because this must be...
Well, I'm not quite sure what
Ignore
you're drawing.
This. Towards the lake?
It's away from the lake.
Away from the lake.
Would make any sense to go towards the water, yeah.
Being that it's been weeks, would I even think thered be an astral signature if Magic did? If I think Magic did this.
Yeah, the astral signature would have long worn off.
Can Nomad get to the hole without going into the gate?
You would assume if Nomad were to follow the perimeter of the fence, eventually he would run into this hole.
So,
You're still invisible?
I'll zip back.
Well, that didn't mean a lot with the dog, so... You know, if the dogs know about, you're going to assume that if the dog knows about the hole of the fence, who knows?
I'll come back.
One more question. Where are the turrets in relation to the ramp?
If you do some more scouting, Hot Hands, you're going to find that the way the turrets cover a frontal firing arc that cover the front section of the facility. So the rear entry of the ramp is not covered under the firing arc of the sentry guns.
Great. Avoid them.
Gold star for MF. And Nomad, I think you know what you need to do.
Yeah, I'll come back. Yeah, if he just goes that way along the fence, he'll find the giant hole. Looks like someone melted it in there.
Okay, so it is... I don't think that Jelly would know that the invisibility is taking mana from you, so I don't think I would even think to talk about it.
You know that Hot Hands has the ability to cast spells and kind of maintain them, and you know that it takes a toll on him when he tries to do other things magically. The more things that he has actively going at the same time, the harder it is for him to you know.
That was my point earlier. Is like he can drop it if he needs to do something important. In other words, there's no reason necessarily drop it while we're separated unless he's like, I really need these 2 dice.
Okay.
Something else. You know, I really need to put my full focus into this. Then drop concentration.
And for me, the ramp, at least the way I've kind of blank sketched it, is the ramp visible from the front of the garage where the dogs were coming from?
No.
Okay, so Nomad makes his way to the hole in the fence to see if it's plausible for us, for someone to get in there and maybe dismantle the power to the front gate, or
we don't even need, if we can get to the ramp from the hole in the fence, we don't need to mess with the turrets at all. We can just avoid them entirely.
Yeah, I just want to have a clear idea of if there are people on the campus.
Yeah.
So I think that's our first priority is, are there people walking around?
Yeah.
And then...
Well, in fact, the turrets are kind of protecting us from the dogs.
Yeah.
Isn't Hot Hands back? Did you see anyone other than dogs?
No.
Mm-mm. I haven't seen anybody.
How much confidence do you have in no one else is there?
I mean, I could anticipate that they would have just left the dogs and got the people out. If you're gonna, want to stay safe, why not leave the dogs back to guard stuff?
And in game, it's been, if they evacuated in the same time frame as the Blight, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, just over 2 weeks now.
Okay.
It's been like 2 weeks, and it's been like 17 days now.
Okay.
Okay, so Nomad checks out the hole. Hot Hands maybe runs interference from the dogs if they do somehow find a way around the turrets.
Kite the dogs away.
Yeah. I think that's a very effective strategy.
Okay.
Kite the dogs with the guy who can...
Kite the 3-headed dogs away from us, please.
Yeah.
So from here, I say we go slow, we go step by step. Our first is just, is it plausible to go in through the hole? Is it safe? And then once we get that answered, we'll go from there.
Okay, so I'll sneak around the fence. I guess it's clockwise.
Okay.
Towards the area indicated.
Yep.
There would be a hole.
All right. So it takes some time, but you do eventually come across where it's obvious. It looks like something's melted its way through the fence.
Can I ask, do we have him on bike?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's walking.
Yeah, bike's far away.
But he's still invisible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Hot Hands is above, checking it out. Okay.
Yeah, so Is there any way to tell, like, is this, melted, like, does it appear natural or does it appear just like some sort of...
No way for you to tell.
Okay. Melted. What could melt the thing? Super hot fire, chemicals. Acid. Are there any animals? Who knows about animals?
Oh yeah, there's definitely animals that can do it.
If something was in here that could do it, it probably left. It probably didn't come in here, but it could have.
Seeing through his eyes, is the fence completely melted down to the ground, meaning there is an absolute opening, there's no like little pieces of fence.
There's an absolute opening.
All right.
Yeah, there's a section of fence that is just gone.
It's just flat out gone.
The grass behind it or in front of it, is that like scorched or anything?
If you look around the area around it, you're gonna see that there's residual. It's like some type of splash effect. There's things like like some of the rocks and things like that around here look like something has eaten through them. So probably some kind of corrosive. It looks like.
So it's still fire and acid, but probably more like acid.
Is there a magical spell that would do that, MF?
That's called acid stream.
Acid. Yeah.
I've seen. Yes.
Do you have acid stream?
The problem
I do not actually have it, but
we can't ask him because
from your magical background that there are spells that do that kind of thing. Yeah. And there are also creatures that have those type of innate abilities.
Yeah, there's probably grenades or weapons.
So now I'm really fishing.
Many different ways to do it.
Through his eyes, is there any way? Through his eye, is there any way for me to?
Are they both broken?
These look like. Hold on, go back.
Well, I'm going to tell him if I need to. But is there any way for me to guess that the attack went? Yeah, there is actually a way. Whether or not that I know it's right. Is there more residual damage inside the fence line or looking the other way outside? Meaning, my thinking, MF's thinking is, if it was blasted from outside going in, there would be blast splatter. There was blast from inside going out.
Yeah, which way did it melt? In or out?
Give me a perception roll.
Okay.
Here, wait, I'll add on. I'm looking too.
Okay.
So you're gonna add to mine?
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally in my eyes.
So then should we add to Nomad?
Well, there's a charge for this.
Should we add to Nomad?
No, I'm not the most perceptive. For sure.
One success.
One success. And I am going to... Wow. All right, so I'm going to spend 2 edge to get at least 1 success rather than nothing.
All right, so you get 1. It looks like there's more damage. Something from the inside pushed its way out.
So I will identify... There is more damage outside is probable something inside went out.
Oh, good, great. We're all in the clear.
And again, there was nothing there that... key is that I knew of. Because there could have been a ton of shit I didn't know, but there was nothing that I knew of that would create. Well, no, just any mage could do it. So scratch that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be anything in there.
20 years is a long time to grow anything.
Right. In 2020, that's what I was telling him. Is like that's why I asked. Does the facility look different in 20 years? So the exterior of the facility does not. The turrets were not there 20 years ago, or were?
They were.
All right. So literally, to me, it looks like they're just using the facility for something.
You also know the facility was on a, it had auxiliary power, and there were a couple really large generators in case of a power outage.
So I will mention
that would fail over.
Facility probably still has power. It had generators or backup power.
Okay, so
we got a way into the building. Is what it seems.
All right, do you proceed to the ramp? See if there's anything there.
On my way. So I very cautiously head up. Check out the door entrance measures there.
Oh, to what?
Towards the ramp entrance.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
so without too much complication, you find that you see that there's like a driveway type ramp. Looks like it's big enough for like a small vehicle to go down. I mean, you see that it goes down quite a ways. It's pretty long. It's covered. There's a very short portion of the runway to this thing that's not covered, right? So it's fairly dark down this corridor.
So but there's no garage door pulled down or anything?
No, it's an open ramp going down.
All right,
yeah.
Looks like we got an entrance point.
Now you can't see into the building. It may end. It may dead end at a service ramp or something, or a dock of some kind where there may be something closed. But you can't see from here.
Right.
So at this point, I'm weighing: should we send MF in as well? And then we'd have 2 people in there, and then we can decide if we need to bring the truck in or if we can just steal some some information.
Yeah, we're definitely clear for MF for sure, or whoever else wants to come.
When Hot Hands gets back, ask, because I do not know if we found. Is Natasha a vacant? Does she have power?
No, she's.
You know, Natasha's a mundane. You've already sensed
she's mundane.
Yeah.
Just concerned that maybe she burned things.
She's a mundane as far as Hot Hands said earlier. All right, Hot Hands.
Okay. You can't talk to him.
Well, no,
He can hear me. We just can't hear
Can
him.
he? Well, he's projected an astral. Can the meat?
No, he's back to
hear
his body.
Oh, I asked that earlier, and the answer was yes.
What?
That he can hear us talking.
Can the meat body hear when
It's
he's
like-
in astral projection?
Hearing people when you're waking up from a dream, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like, you might hear it, but you might not put it all together unless you focus really hard on it. And might come back.
Betray you!
So, are you guys summoning me back to my body?
Yes.
Wow.
So I will go. It is.
Now, when you're astrally projecting, somebody, like shakes your body, you don't necessarily know it,
Mhm.
right? Because you're removed from that.
But say, hey,
yeah, I think you could probably still maybe. Well, maybe you can't. Yeah, maybe it would make sense that you would hear things. You know what I mean? So yeah,
It'll
what?
be
Maybe,
like through water.
yeah, I don't know that you can necessarily hear because you are removed from your physical body. So yeah, I'm going to say that no, you can't hear.
Okay.
that makes
That
makes sense.
more sense to me.
And so
yeah.
we have no way to get him back specifically.
Okay.
Because they talked about, you can if someone moves your body, and you come back and you've got to like find your body, and that's like a big deal. Like, hey, who moved my body? It's like
Okay.
a bad thing.
So we need to get Hot Hands back because I am not. I don't have bike, and I am not walking the miles to get there. We need to drive truck.
But Hot Hands, as you're projecting, as you see things in the world because you're in that kind of mirror universe. It's like if the truck were to approach, you see them, wait a minute, oh, whoa, and that kind of thing. But yeah, that direct like, hey, get back here, isn't necessarily a thing.
Yeah, for future reference, like we need a sign or a signal for this sort of thing.
So
right?
I think that I actually do think that
if that's a liability.
I think that we've been running
Send it out
together
there
long
and
enough
somebody
that we would,
attacks us.
because we couldn't talk to him, we probably have a system in place where he'd come and check in. I do think that would make sense. So if we can retcon that, if you're okay with
Sure,
that,
I'm
I think
okay
we
with
would have
Well,
that.
nothing
in
else
place.
would be time. Eventually, Hot Hands would be like, all right,
Right,
nobody
you can
said
check
anything.
back.
I don't see anything. If
Exactly.
nothing else,
Yeah.
you might go to Nomad and be looking at the Nomad body. Again, no contact.
I mean, like, I thought I was
you
just
manifest?
No.
Can you
No.
manifest?
I thought I
Is
was
that not-
following your body.
You have to be like
You
a
were.
better, like
Yeah,
a strong.
so
Okay,
So then what happens is, Nomad, make Hot Hands go back. Give motion to go back.
You guys have been amongst yourselves determined some type of communication.
Yeah, we would
That
have
was my
had that.
saying.
in
They could have said
place.
That's fine.
send Hot Hands back, and he
That's
could keep an
completely
eye on me.
reasonable.
I might be going like.
We would have
I might not see
something
it.
in
Alright.
place.
Rod!
Oh, you want me to go up higher?
No charades.
Hot Hands is dick.
Okay, so I will see the signal for get the hell back to your body.
Okay.
Right.
Alright. So you make it back to your body.
I
So-
got the signal.
I say we drive up to fence. We turn around. We back in so we can pull out. And yes, I go follow.
Aren't we going to attract the dogs again if we come back into the fence with the truck?
Not go in fence.
Oh.
Bring up. Otherwise, I have to run 6 miles?
Right. No, I'm just. I got back here without those dogs noticing, and it
Yes,
would be
you
great.
you
if-
walk around outside a facility. You
remember,
don't
it's
walk
only-
from
it's only-
truck to there. You take bike.
Yeah.
Well, it's only an eighth of a mile from the
Well,
main gate to.
I know.
We're not- I
my
wanna
dog
remind
starts
you-
barking when I'm like half a mile from my house.
I want to
like-
remind you, he drove his bike to the gate, and he's
Well,
now
no,
walking
no,
from the
yeah, we
gate
stopped.
up.
He drove his
The-
bike, I think,
the
about
truck-
a mile away.
We
Yeah,
stopped
the
a long
truck
way away,
is still
yeah.
back there.
Yeah, it's
I'm
still far
saying
away.
I don't want to run the entire way.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Drive the truck to the
so
bike.
drive the truck to where the bike is.
Yeah.
And then I'll
There we
walk.
go. Yeah,
An eighth of a mile.
The bike, and I understand was you were about you got
Yeah.
on foot about a mile out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I think it was less than a mile, but yeah.
I think we bring the truck to front. Even if dog comes to front of gate, dog's not going to attack truck through gate.
Right, but
If dog
you guys will
attracts
have harder
truck to
time
gate,
getting
maybe
to the
use
hole in the
missiles.
Okay, not.
LT has his
Wow.
Yeah, LT has his
I thought you
orders.
said dog bits
Somebody say
everywhere.
missiles.
I'm I'm gonna say put a quarter in the missile jar. We don't
Like,
talk
whoa!
about
Damn,
it.
hair trigger!
We don't give LT.
Stand down, LT. No missiles.
Fire rocket at the top.
No.
I was thinking they're on the front, so it'd have to be like up and then back and around.
No missiles.
No missiles.
We'll bring the truck within a mile of the fence.
Okay.
You can walk a mile,
Yes.
and then we'll make our way into the hole.
To him, it's like a mile and a half.
Hey, it's not funny.
Look, we'll just strap him into
Mile and a half
some
by
roller
the way the
skates.
dwarf travels.
Why don't you wear roller skates? You'd be so much more fast.
Ooh, or Heelys.
Mhm.
They have to have. Oh wait,
It's hard to go off road and heal.
Future
Oh my
Heelys.
god!
Right, remember,
wait.
I'm going through gravel here.
The cyber. We have cybernetics. You could put Heelys right into your heel.
You could.
Then they're
Oh.
truly
Not on
Heelys.
gravel.
All-terrain Heelys.
Big knobby
They got treads.
The
Run flats.
Oh shit. Okay. Anyways, okay, so we get a mile, and yeah, we're gonna get a mile. We're not gonna have LT turn around. We're gonna have the rockets towards the thing if we need it.
So you're a mile away. Alright, okay.
How far can a missile go?
I can go far.
Okay.
This would go a lot farther
it's-
than mine.
All right,
Yeah, go a lot
perfect.
farther than a mile.
Perfect.
You know, now I don't. You know, if he's trying to hit the fence, the main gate from a mile away, probably not going to happen. But you know, you could fire a rocket in the general direction.
No,
and-
what I said was if dog is coming up driveway, if dog is coming up road, you see for a mile, you can missile it. Yes?
Do a lot of things.
You could try.
So I'm going to instruct LT to wait here for us and to radio us if he sees anything coming from the compound to the truck or
other
behind
things.
us.
The only problem with the rocket pod on the truck is, so the rocket pod's mounted on the helicopter. The helicopter uses its targeting systems to position itself to where it deploys the ordnance. This thing's sort of fixed onto the fender, so it just fires the rocket straight.
Right.
So, like, you know, vehicle to vehicle is kind of cool. But, you know, trying to hit something smaller than the truck or, you know...
I don't think we're trying to hit the dog with
It's
the
pretty much
missile.
straight frontal arc. You know.
I don't think that the dog could get in the truck. So I think that's kind of like a side thing. I'm just thinking if all of a sudden they're like, there's an underground group of soldiers and they come rushing out like ants, then we would deploy the missile. Yeah. So that's...
So do y'all go?
We all go.
Okay, so everybody gets out. You're a mile away. You're going to work your way over to the hole in the fence.
In broad daylight.
And you
daylight.
bring the weapons you'll need to do the job.
Yep, you're gonna
Just so
bring
we're
whatever.
clear.
Yeah. You're all bring the guns, right?
Bring the
'Cause
guns.
There are a couple of dogs running around, right?
Okay,
Right.
so strap up. Those
Yeah.
things, those dogs are hard to put down. Please don't hesitate to shoot them as much and as fast as possible.
Dog hunting montage.
Gruesome.
Before we go, I'm gonna roll. Wait, because I can reduce stun damage every hour, right? So my original
yes.
stun damage, I'm gonna try and reduce a little bit. The one that before this one.
All right.
But yeah, then I'm good.
Okay,
So yeah.
so that's
go.
where we're
Wait,
at.
you can use a spell to reduce stun?
No. This
Okay.
is the natural healing. You can reduce stun every hour.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
I was to say, if you're using magic to heal your stun and then you gotta resist drain, you can actually be more stunned than when you started.
I never said
It's
it
a
was
gamble.
good
That
idea.
doesn't make any sense. Okay, so our current move is to go around the perimeter of the fence
Mm-hmm.
to the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to make stealth rolls, Mr. David?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
And
not
I'm
very
just
good.
posted up near the ramp, out of sight, kind of keeping an eye on their approach and anybody that might seek to intercept them.
Okay, perfect.
Doesn't matter, but on that last roll,
So, Hot Hands, I need you to make a willpower plus logic test.
Don't love that.
I don't love that.
Is this for something specific I might have a bonus for?
No, I don't.
Sensing or anything?
I don't
No?
believe so. No.
So that minus 2 dice. I got 1 success.
Okay.
Unless somebody wants to give me edge.
I have 3. All right. So.
Oh, it won't help.
All right. So you guys move the mile to the hole in the fence. As you guys get up to the fence, you get this. You get this eerie. You become internally focused on this image in your mind of this
just hot hands.
Hot Hands. Of this very, very old-looking individual. And it's like a flash, you know what I mean? But it's a vivid flash. It's like an old, wrinkly, very
Very old, very wrinkly.
very pasty white skin. with gray hair pulled back, and you hear the words in your mind, "You've killed one of my pets, you are not welcome here."
Everyone, I think there is a handler here. Someone just spoke in my mind. We killed one of their pets and they're not happy.
Can you speak back? Maybe, possibly reparations? If he can hold dogs back?
Hey, can you call off your dogs? We won't kill any more of them. Deal?
Well, his reparations is maybe something more.
Ask him how we can make it right.
To whom it may concern, is there any way we can make it right?
Yeah, you don't get any type of, like, reply, you know. You feel like maybe you fell under the effects of maybe a mind probe of some kind, or some type of mind link spell for a moment.
Oh boy. Well, something got into my mind possibly. I don't know what they saw, but they spoke to me. So we got company in here, and I was not aware of it.
So,
well, if your dogs are off leash and they go chasing somebody at the dog park, whose fault is that?
well, we did kill inside
I am
yard.
unapologetic on this.
All right. Well, we are either gonna choose to go in and deal with this person, or we're gonna leave.
So, he contacted you. So his reason why he contacted you, because, I mean, you saw what little girl did to me. So if somebody is going to attack mine, it's better than mine that they go after. So, reason he went after you, maybe you keep in forefront. Reparations, no harm. Hold dogs back, no harm. Just sink as mantra.
I will think that. I will take that into my mind, I guess.
And we go in, maybe we no draw guns. Maybe he see.
You hear in your mind again, a debt is owed, a life for a life. You'll move forward alone for negotiations.
Not gonna happen. I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
You didn't hear that.
Well, Jelly, I've been summoned to go to negotiations. Me and this person. Apparently a life for a life is owed.
It's good, we have Natasha.
Yeah, tell him I went in the car. And it came from here, so we're actually doing him two favors. We're up one.
I would prefer not to give him Natasha if possible.
If possible, sure, okay, whatever.
So he goes negotiate. Leave 8.
I'll go negotiate, and hopefully it works out for the best.
Did mind tell you where to go?
Your attention seems to be drawn towards the housing facility.
Well,
somehow innately you just know that, hey, I need to go over there.
How long would it take us to get to the housing facility?
Like a 10-minute walk.
Hey, well, I almost died once. What's another time, I guess?
Maybe a 5-minute walk.
Is maybe go astral?
No.
Is maybe
The voice said wanted me to come to them.
Well, hot hands.
I'm doubting
Yes.
they're gonna have me go in astral form.
This is on you. Do you want to do it?
is your choice.
You know what? I've pushed my luck this far. Let's push it a little bit more. Live on the edge a little. Alright, I'll think in my mind. Alright. I'll meet you at your home. And I'll I'll start going in. I'll put my shotgun in a holster, put the safety on.
Right.
I'll say, if you promise those dogs ain't gonna tear me apart, let me come in. I'll come in and talk.
Say that would be an awfully valuable waste of an awfully valuable resource. Your blood smells fresh. That's where we'll end.
Oh God!
Your blood.
I lied. I'm just
smells-
turning the shotgun on my own. Blood smells fresh.
Thank you for listening to another NCRP Productions podcast. To stay on top of everything we're doing, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and like us on Facebook, all at NCRP Productions. You can show your support and help us continue to produce content by joining our Patreon. We offer additional podcasts like our B-sides and have GM materials, maps, and other fun things you can discover over time. You can find our podcasts on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, and many other fine podcast sites. Just look for us at NCRP Productions. We value your thoughts, so please don't hesitate to leave us feedback or comments. And if you would like to contact us directly, you can email us at ncrpproductions@gmail.com.